you might be in danger of missing the path to wisdom. When we see flashing yellow lights, we slow down and are careful. God also gives us warnings in Proverbs 2. First, he tells us about the path to wisdom, and then he warns us about the evil people who want to pull you off that journey. This video will take a look at those people. And then at the end, we will encourage you with words of God's promises to deliver us, protect us. So one big danger in our journey are evil people. God describes them very bluntly in verses 12 through 19 of Proverbs 2. They speak perverse things. They walk in the ways of darkness. They delight in doing evil, and they rejoice in the perversity of evil. Their paths are crooked and devious. They are adulterous. They appeal to the lust of the flesh, and they will lead you to death. The word perverse is used twice in these verses. The dictionary defines it: a person or their actions showing a deliberate and obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable, often in spite of the consequences. It means turned away from what is right and good. This is a red light. What a description of our culture today. This is a word that we're not supposed to use. We're supposed to be tolerant. But we must remember that it is the Creator God who decides what is right and what is wrong. And don't forget, it was in the Garden of Eden in Genesis 3 that Eve was pulled off the path of righteousness by a deception that she could decide what was right and what was wrong. 2 Timothy 3 describes in a specific list some of these evil people. It also gives sound advice at the end. Avoid such people. Don't make them your close friend. They may pull you off the right path. So an important key is to recognize these people and to recognize the influence they may be having on my life. In chapter 2, I marked the words path and way with green. It's used many times. Path refers to cart tracks, wagon ruts. While the earth is soft, wagon wheels press the trails that others are obliged to follow after it dries and hardens. So our path, our journey becomes a direction that we follow, and it becomes habits that are hard to change. We get stuck in the wrong direction, following the wrong people. So ask yourself, who influences me? Whose opinion counts? Who am I following? Flashing yellow lights warn us of danger ahead, but these people don't walk around with a sign saying, "I'm evil, follow me." No, they are subtle. And they are confident. They delight in their own way, and they delight in pulling you away. They want to influence especially young minds, challenge them about their faith. They have no shame. How can we escape? God's wisdom will help us. In verse 6, it says, "From his mouth come knowledge and understanding." I think this should be on the brightest billboard with flashing lights. There's a price to pay if we would gain spiritual wisdom, but there's an even greater price to pay if we don't gain it. We must walk with God through the study of his word. And the good news is in verse 7. God promises to be a shield to us if we seek his wisdom. A shield is a piece of armor, and we are in a battle. So remember, God will defend us against the false ideas with his truth. And God will give discernment, the ability to judge well, to help me recognize these deceitful, evil people. Please let me know what you have learned today and comment and share. My RX for joy today, Jesus taught us to pray, deliver us from evil. Seek God's wisdom in His word and pray for discernment.